Hi everyone! Today we're going to continue to add our numbers together by making 10 first. Now in yesterday's lesson we began to learn how to do this using a number line, and we're going to continue with that today. Our star words for today are make 10, add, bond, number line and partition. Now partition means to break a number into two parts. Okay. Let's warm up our brains with a power-up. Just like yesterday, you have two part-whole models. They both have their parts and are missing their whole, and we're going to find what that whole is. So, just quickly remind me, what can you do to our two parts to find our whole? Can you add them together or take them away? That's right, you can add them together. So, you can either do this by using objects from around your home, counting on with your fingers, or using the number line on screen. I would like you to pause now and have a go at doing that. Have you done that? Amazing. Let's see if we can find the answers together. So our first one, we have the parts 2 and 7, and I think I will count on to find my answer here. So I'm going to put 7 in my head and 2 on my fingers. Are you ready? You can count on with me. 7, 8, 9. 9. So the answer is 9. Right, let's do this next one. The next one, we have the parts 4 and 2. I think this time I'll use my number line to find the answer. So, can you remind me, when we add, what do we do on a number line? Do we jump forwards or do we jump backwards? That's right, when we're adding, we're going to jump forwards. So, I will start on 4. Let me find it on my number line. There it is. And I'm going to do 2 jumps forward. You ready to count with me? 1, 2. Brilliant. What number can you see it's landed on? That's right, it's landed on 6. So that must be my answer. Well done if you got both of those right. Let's discover today's learning. We'll start by looking at the picture. I can see there's children on a school bus, and outside there are people waiting to get on, and it looks like they might be going to the beach with a rubber ring and a bouncy ball. That looks like a lot of fun. Okay, let's see what our question is asking us. There are 8 children on the bus. There are some people waiting to get on the bus. How many people are there in total? So I can tell from my question that there's 8 people on the bus here. Let's see how many are waiting. Are you ready to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 people waiting to get on that bus. So we know there's 8 on the bus and 4 waiting to get on. And we want to find out how many there are in total. So if we're finding out how many are in total, are we adding or taking away? That's right, we are adding. Do you think you could tell the person you're with a number sentence we could write for this question? Pause the video and have a go. Have you done that? Amazing. Let's check. Here we go. 8 plus 4 equals something. That's the 8 children who are on the bus and the 4 who are waiting. Now yesterday we used a number line, making 10 first and then counting on. But there is an even quicker way we could find the answer, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So we know that a really quick way to add is to use our number bonds to 10 to make 10 first, and we did a big jump yesterday. But then we counted on in tiny little jumps, counting in ones, and we're going to see if today we can find the answer by doing just 2 jumps on our number line, and I will show you how. Looking at my question, it says 8 plus 4 equals something. Now I know that 8 and 2 make 10, so my first jump on my number line is going to be the 2 to make 10. But then I want to see if I can do just one more jump to find the answer. So I'm going to need to partition the number 4. If you remember, that's one of our star words where we break a number into 2. To partition 4, we can use our part-whole model over here. Now 4 is going to be our whole, so that's the big number that we're going to break into 2 smaller numbers. The first number we're going to break it into in our first part is going to be 2. That is because 8 and 2 make 10. Now I have my whole, which is 4, and I've got one part, which is 2. But I need to find out what that second part is. And if you remember in our power-ups earlier in the week, when we have a missing part, we can take away to find the answer or find the difference. So I'm going to take away to find out what my missing part is. And I'm going to start with 4 and take away 2. I think I'll do this in my head. So I'll get 2 on my fingers. I know I'm counting backwards. You ready? Do this with me. 4, 3, 2. My other part must be 2. Brilliant. So now we've managed to partition 4, we can use our number line to find the answer. So I'm going to start with 8. There we go. And I know my first jump is going to be to 10. So there's 10. And that's going to be a jump of 2. So let's put that in. Fantastic. So we've used our 2 over here. Now, I know that I just need to make another jump of 2 to find the answer, because 2 is the second part in my part-whole model. I can do this really easily from our previous learning. I know if I had a group of 10, like we've made 10 already, and then 2 ones, that would make 12. So I can show that with my big jump of 2 on my number line. There we go. It's landed on the number 12. So our answer must be 12. Okay, let's think together to find the answer to our next question. And here it is. There are 7 children on the bus. 5 more children get on the bus. How many children are there all together? Well, look, here's the children there. I can see them. What we're going to do first is look for that important information to make our number sentence. So I can see up here, here's a piece of important information. We've got our 7 and our 5. And I can tell from the fact we want to find out how many there are all together that we're going to be adding. Do you think you could pause the video and tell the person you're with our number sentence? Brilliant. Let's check to see if you're correct. Here we go. We've got 7 plus 5 equals something. So that's the 7 children on the bus and the 5 who want to get on. Now that we've got our number sentence, let's find the answer by making 10 first. I'm going to begin on 7 and I'm going to partition 5 to find those 2 jumps that we're going to do on our number line. So I'll start by putting 5 as my whole in my part-whole model. Now, if you remember, to find the 2 parts, I need to begin by thinking about what is the number that adds to 7 to make 10. That way, my first jump can make 10. Can you remind me, what do I need to add to 7 to make 10? That's right, I need to add 3. So, I know my first part when I'm partitioning is 3. Now, we need to find that next part. So to find this missing part, just like we discussed earlier in the week, we need to take away or find the difference. I'm quickly going to do that, counting backwards in my head. So I'll put 5 in my head, 3 on my fingers, 5, 4, 3, 2. So the other part must be 2. That is going to really help me now on my number line. So I'm going to start on 7 and I know my first jump is going to be to 10 because we're making 10 first. And using my part-whole model, I know that first jump is going to be a jump of 3. So you ready? Let's draw that one big jump on our number line. There it is. That was a jump of 3. Now we've done our jump of 3, our next jump is going to be a jump of 2. Well done. So we're using the second part in our part-whole model. Looking down, I'm going to start on 10 and do a jump of 2. Are you ready? There we go. There's our jump of 2. Can you see what it's landed on? Well done. It's landed on 12 because we know a group of 10 and 2 ones would make 12. So the answer to 7 plus 5 is, that's right, it's 12. Brilliant job. Right, are you ready to do this one last time together? Okay, see if you can help me along the way to find the answer to this question. Let's read it together. How many t-shirts are there altogether? Okay, let's do the next one. See if you can help me along the way. We'll read our question first. How many t-shirts are there altogether? Now, if I look at the picture, I can see there's some t-shirts on the floor. And over here in this speech bubble, it says there are 8 t-shirts in the box. So I know there's 8 in this lost property box. Let's find out how many's on the floor. You ready to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on the floor, 8 in the box. What is the first thing I'm going to need to do? Amazing. I need to write my number sentence. See if you can find the important information and tell the person you're with what our number sentence is going to be. Pause the video and have a go. Have you done that? Amazing. Let's check if you're right. Here we go. We've got 6 plus 8 equals something. So that is representing the 6 t-shirts on the floor and the 8 t-shirts in the box. Okay, now we've got our number sentence. See if you can have a look over here and tell the person you're with what is the next thing I'm going to need to do. Brilliant. Now let's do that. The first thing we're going to do is partition 8 to see what our 2 jumps are going to be. So let's put 8 in our part-whole model. There it is. Now, do you remember how we're going to find that first part? Tell the person you're with. That's right. The way we find the first part is thinking about what is 6's number bond to 10. So can you tell me what do we need to add to 6 to make 10? Amazing. We need to add 4. So we know my first jump is going to be a jump of 4. But we need to find out what my second jump is going to be. Do you remember? How are we going to find out what this second jump is? That's right, we can take away to find out. Right, are you ready? Let's put 8 in our head and 4 on our fingers and count backwards. Right, 8 in my head, 8, 4 on my fingers. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So my other part is also going to be a 4. Now, can you tell me what I need to do next? Amazing. I need to do these 2 jumps on my number line. So looking back at my question, I know I'm starting on number 6 and my first jump is going to be to 10. And we know using my part-whole model up here, that is going to be a jump of 4. So there we go, there's our first jump. Now, can you tell me how many is my next jump going to be? Look at that part-whole model and see if you can find the answer. Amazing. My next jump is going to be a jump of 4 because that is my second part. Now, I know from our work last week that if I have a group of 10 and then 4 ones, that would make 14. You see that? So we've got a big jump of 4 here to make 10, and then after our partition we've got another big jump of 4 to make 14. Those jumps on the number line were so quick and easy to do. I can now put my answer in my number sentence. So just remind me, what number did we land on? Amazing, 14.
Your task for today is to find the answers to the questions using a number line and making only 2 jumps. So you're going to need to partition a number. Let's have a look at what questions you're doing. So you're doing 7 plus 7, 8 plus 5, 9 plus 5, 4 plus 7 and 3 plus 8. I have an example here for you. So in your workbooks you might need to draw your number line and draw your own part-whole model. If you've got the workbooks from school, you can use the number line and part-whole model in there. Once you've got your number line and part-whole model ready, that is when you can partition our number and do the 2 jumps on the number line to find the answer. Don't forget to send your work in to your teacher. Amazing job today, really well done. I hope you have a lovely weekend and I will see you again on Monday. Bye.